Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me. I am Mo, and we are going to be witnessing Night 11 of the Golden Quest Block A action. As we take a look at the tables on the bottom, we have CODY, who has yet to pick up a victory. In 9th place, we have Angle, who picked up one victory finally against CODY in a very high stakes match where either CODY or Angle had to finally win. There was no other way it could have ended. I mean, if it was a tie, that would have been interesting. But we have Tomohiro, Ishii, Brock Lesnar, Evil picking up 10 points, 2 victories. Tetsuya, Naito, Sanada, JERICHO with 3 victories and 15 points. And at the, well, I was going to say at the top, but it's not a joint top spot. We have Kota, Ibushi with 4 victories. And Brock Lesnar. Sorry, not Brock Lesnar. I can't, my Japanese is off. Lance Archer at the top with 25 points, 5 victories. The undefeated Murderhawk Monster, who's also going to be in our main event tonight. So let me just quickly run down the card for you very quickly. So in our opening contest, we have CODY versus JERICHO. Match number 2, we have Angle, Dane's pick against Evil, Nightwolf's pick. Clutch Crawford then takes on Stoofy as Lesnar faces Sanada. And in our co-main event, we have Tetsuya Naito, my pick, versus Tomohiro Ishii. That is Jazz's pick. And in the main event, we have the undefeated Murderhawk Monster, the Cookie Monster, Lance Archer, versus Ibushi, Crazed 11's pick. So without further ado, there's not much else left to say. Apart from let's get this show on the road as we kick things off with Chris Jericho taking on CODY. CODY yet to pick up a victory. Thank you, Jazz, for the tags in the Twitch chat. And guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, why not come watch it with us live? We do this at 8 p.m. BST. And here we go, match 1, night 11, block A. CODY, the American Nightmare versus the Painmaker, Chris Jericho. And it is live poll time in the Twitch chat. Who is going to win? Is it going to be K-Mac's pick of CODY, who has lost 5 matches? Or is it going to be Jericho, Perry's pick?
You punk!
And they tie up. CODY with a knee to the breadbasket of Jericho. They tie up again. This time a snap suplex from Chris Jericho, taking down CODY and stomping him while he's down. Throws him into the ropes. And a huge bulldog taking down the American Nightmare, and he goes for a cover, maybe a bit early. It's only been 2 minutes. It's only been 2 minutes. But maybe he's confident. Maybe he's confident he can defeat the American Nightmare, because this entire Golden Quest has been a nightmare for K-Mac. K-Mac must be very, I don't know if disappointed is the word in this pick, but to be fair, anyone could have won this tournament. Anyone could have won this tournament. It seems like CODY's just on a bad streak. If he loses tonight, this could be the end for CODY. I'm pretty sure, yeah. If CODY loses this match, K-Mac's chances of winning the World Championship from Block A, he's going to be out of the running. There's no other way to put it. It is nightmare situation, a nightmare situation for K-Mac right now. And if Cody loses this match, it's all going to be on his Block B pick, which is actually a pretty good pick. It's Kenny. Kenny Omega, who's faring a lot better than Cody in Block A. Kenny somewhere near the top. And Kenny will be in action in the main event tomorrow night on the 20th of July in the main event against my pick, AJ Styles. So that's something for you to look forward to. And it's something that could put Kenny on the top of Block B. So that is tomorrow night. But at the moment, we're 5 minutes into this one. Cody and Jericho tying up again. And Cody slamming Jericho out of the ring. His head bouncing off the apron on that vertical suplex. And he was going for another on the outside, but Jericho counters him, hits Cody with a German suplex of his own and stomps him while he's down. They tie up again on the outside. Jericho picking up a steel chair and hitting a questionable code breaker, resulting in his own back landing on that steel chair. Cody looks like he blocked the kick and went for a dragon whip. As we get our results from the live Twitch poll, Chris Jericho winning the poll with 67% of the votes. Jericho with a back elbow, not a spinning back elbow, not a Judas effect, but a regular back elbow, freeing himself from the grips of Cody. And I think that was a Kamengiri. It was an Enzigiri. Someone needs to teach me that move. I don't know what that move. I think Jazz knows what it is. So Jazz, you need to call that spot. All right, there we go. Jericho and Cody tying up again, throwing Cody into the red corner and stomping away, and going to the top and hitting a huge elbow to the small of the back of Cody, picking him up, locking up. Cody this time trying to make a comeback with those chops, knocking down the Painmaker. And that is a very in the world of Fire Pro. I've been advised by senior official Clutch Crawford that the chin lock is actually a dangerous submission maneuver in the world of Fire Pro to the uninitiated. Jas B in the chat saying, we need a post-Golden Quest special singles match between Cody and Hiroki Goto if they are winless throughout the rest of their respective blocks. Yeah, so neither of them picking up any victories. Hiroki Goto is Clutch's pick on Block B. And he came very close to beating CM Punk, which would have been interesting. I was trying not to get so invested in it, but like, I think that could have been a good win for CM Punk, as Jericho rolls up Cody and very close with 2.9, almost putting the American Nightmare to sleep for the final time. This is it. This is the last call for Cody. If he loses this match, he's just not going to be in the running for the finals. As Jericho hits a big Tiger suplex, bridging pin, and gets the job done. The Golden Quest looks like it's going to end in a nightmare for Cody. And there we have it, Cody losing to the Painmaker. This will put Jericho on the map, on the leaderboard with 20 points, moving him up, tying Kota Ibushi with 20 points. But there's still a lot to happen tonight. If Ibushi is to win his match, not only would he gain 25 points, he would be tying Lance Archer at the top. And in addition to that, he would be the first wrestler to defeat Lance Archer. But that's yet to be seen. But this one ends in a Tiger suplex in 10 minutes and 55 seconds as we keep things rolling with match number 2, where we have Dane's pick, who now has some points on the board. Mr. Kurt Angle is going to be taking on Nightwolf's pick of Evil. So it's going to be Evil versus Angle. Angle with 5 points, Evil with 10 points. Somewhere in the middle there, if he's to pick up this win, he'd move up to 15 points. But let's see how this one goes as Angle takes on Evil. It is Nightwolf versus Dane. Poor Cody, says Nightwolf, he just can't catch a break. And indeed, Spoofy, Cody is having a horrible tournament. And here we go, match number 2 of Night 11 Block A action here on the 19th of July 2020. As Evil takes on Kurt Angle, who's had a surprisingly poor performance, I think it's fair to say, in Block A of the Golden Quest. Evil with some surprising victories against the likes of Chris Jericho with a huge avalanche powerbomb off the top rope, off the top turnbuckle. Which also got him some success against the Beast Incarnate in an impressive match, toppling the Beast Incarnate with another one of those avalanche powerbombs off the top rope. Angle finally picking up a win in his last match against Cody in a very high-stakes special singles match where there had to finally be a winner, and Angle picking up the W, giving Dane 5 points on the map. And the outcome of this match is also going to be very high stakes, because if Angle can win, I'm sure Dane will feel much better about his morning right now over there in New Zealand. Angle going for a steel chair though, and Red Shoes being a bit lenient there. I think Angle got a swat at Evil, but maybe not getting all of it, as Evil hits a vertical suplex, taking down the Olympic champion. And Angle headlock takeover, headlock takes him down. And now just pounding away at Evil. And we had a lot of issues with concussions and head injuries at the beginning of this tournament, but it seems like that's not as much of an issue anymore, as that chair is precariously placed on that Jackbox Party logo. Shout out to the Jackbox Point Pack donors. You can see the names on the mat right there. So we got Stoofy, Lieutenant Butstrong, Lowly 90, 2mm Ratman Jones, and of course Clutch Crawford himself. As Evil looking to wrench the arm and maybe gain a submission on the submission expert himself. Maybe Evil ends this one with the avalanche bomb again. Dane the Great, Monday Morning Jones over there. Yes, hopefully your Monday mornings starts off good if you can defeat the Nightwolf here and pick up some points. Oh, nice counter from Angle, rolling through and grabbing a leg bar on Evil. Evil trying to move away. Angle goes for a rear waistlock, and a huge overhead throwing German suplex follows up with a leg hook pin, and Evil kicking out at 1. He's not done yet. It's only been 5 minutes, and he hits a huge fisherman style, almost a brain buster, and almost getting Angle, as Angle lands kind of awkwardly on that injured neck. We all know about the neck, the history of the injured neck of Kurt Angle, and again Evil trying to go to that top rope, and Angle hitting a frog splash, it seems, off the top, and Evil again powering out at 1. No nonsense from Evil. He's not even allowing him a 2 count, and we've seen Evil use this before. How embarrassing would it be if Angle was to submit to this? Evil hitting him with a couple of strikes and a rolling discus strike following up as they lock up again. Angle throws him into the ropes, and a tilt-a-world backbreaker. Pardon my French or English. I haven't used any French yet, I don't think. As Angle hits a overhead belly-to-belly suplex right onto the mug emote there, which is available to everyone. who subscribes to my channel, twitch.tv/mo2x15. Get your emotes. Come get your emotes. And it looks like everything is Evil, and Evil going for a pin at the 8-minute mark. And almost ending things for Angle. I don't know if one win, it's do or die. Even for Angle, it's do or die. He has a victory, but he's going to need to win pretty consistently if he hopes to finish anywhere near the top of the table, and Evil making sure that those hopes are fading away as he hits that Fisherman Buster kind of right on the neck, and almost again ending things for the Olympic champion as he throws Evil into the rope, and another huge belly to back suplex and a kick to the inside of the leg of a proned Evil as they tie up again. Evil again trying to destroy the neck, maybe trying to put Angle out of commission, and again going for the cover and almost getting him. 2.9. Jas. Oh, sorry, I had to stop there because that was another close one as Red Shoes counts 2.9. Just saying Kurt's frog splash, was it a tribute to Eddie Guerrero? Very well could be. But in all seriousness, he's going to have to pull something special out to maybe defeat Evil. I think Angle psyching himself up and going to work on the leg of Evil, maybe setting up for maybe the ankle lock or something like a leg bar. Evil taunting there, and Angle hits a drop toe hold, and he looks like he's trying to use the crowd to get himself pumped up as he locks up with Evil, throws him into the ropes, and a huge suplex from Angle, just trapping the arm and throwing him over. But Evil getting up first. Evil has, you've got to believe he's in better shape as he takes Angle up into a fireman's carry, and darkness falls. Red Shoes going for the pin, and again 2.9. Angle somehow showing some kind of resilience, not giving up yet as a huge shoulder tackle from Evil knocks down the Angle. And Evil going for that discus forearm, perhaps missing. Angle goes behind for a rear waist lock and dumps him over with another German suplex, following up with those kicks to the inside leg. Working on the base of Angle, but everything is Evil as Red Shoes. Oh my god, 2.9 again. Angle will not die. Angle's like a zombie from The Walking Dead. He just won't die. He just won't. Evil runs into the ropes and again hits a STO-like move, but Angle gets up pretty quickly. And again, just you have to believe Angle's neck has got to be at least a little bit injured, because that's all it took as Evil picks up the win. Everything is Evil. And with that victory, Evil is now on 15 points. Angle remains at 5. Nightwolf, that was a 3. God damn it. Indeed it was. In 13 minutes and 45 seconds, that Fisherman Buster, multiple Fisherman Busters. You have to question how this is going to fare for the rest of Angle's tournament, and for his general well-being, for life after the Golden Quest. This is not an easy tournament because the winner will be crowned the first heavyweight champion, and Evil is looking to put his name down on that championship belt. He defeats Angle in 13 minutes 45 seconds with a Fisherman Buster, leg hook pinfall as we keep things rolling. Thanks for coming, Angle, says Dane. It looks like Dane's training for Angle. His training camp was just not enough this tournament, but maybe they can take some time out and work on, you know, where things go from here. But where things will go from here tonight is going to lead us to match number 3. We have Clutch's pick, which is right here, the Beast Incarnate, as he takes on a very impressive. So far, I'm very impressed with how Sanada's been performing in this tournament. But let's look at the rankings real quick. So we have Sanada at 15 points, and Lesnar actually at 10 points. So it looks like Sanada's ahead of Lesnar. Can he defeat the Beast Incarnate? I believe he can, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Let's see what happens as Stoofy's pick, Sanada, takes on Clutch's pick of Brock Lesnar in match number 3 of our evening. go halfway through. Looks like Lesnar's playing the ground game early with Sanada. Sanada having probably one of the more impressive matches, I think, on night one. Maybe that was what shook Angle's confidence, because he was able to defeat Angle after coming back from being busted open. And I think that was probably one of my more favorite matches from the Golden Quest so far, was Sanada versus Angle. Maybe that was what maybe injured Angle or shook up his confidence or whatever it was, because Angle only picking up one win since then. Ishii defeating Brock Lesnar in his first match in surprising fashion with a huge lariat, which kind of woke the Beast Incarnate up, because then his next match was against Tetsuya Naito and he busted him wide open. And speaking of Crimson Moths, this is the second time we've seen this happen, and this is not looking good, because he's going to start losing blood very quickly, as there is blood on the mat on the Golden Quest. And you gotta believe Lesnar's gonna be like a shark smelling blood in the water, going to attack the head of Sanada. But the last time this happened to Sanada, he was actually able to make the comeback of the tournament and defeat Kurt Angle, and defeat him to such a point that Angle didn't even win. But this might not be the case tonight, as Lesnar going for a rear naked choke on the mat. The Jackbox Quimpack donors are just covered in blood right now. And even Red Shoes getting some color in this tournament, as Lesnar continues to pound away. Ground and pound attack on Sanada. They lock up again, and Sanada trying to fight out. Sanada runs into the ropes and hits a low drop kick. Lesnar shaking it off fairly easily, getting back up to his feet, and Sanada with a back elbow off a rebounding Brock Lesnar. They tie up again, and Sanada tries for a Hurricane Runner, but Lesnar too powerful, drops him with a power bomb, lands right on him, only gets a 2 count. It's still very early, 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but that is still a long time to be in there with the Beast Incarnate. Lesnar hitting a huge overhead German suplex on Sanada, and that could have been it. That could have been it, as the Quest is covered. It's just covered in blood. And Sanada hitting a very a telling suplex on Angle, as his neck hits the apron. Oh, and almost throwing Sanada through the commentary table there. I had to watch my notes. And wait a second, F5 to Sanada. Sanada is down. Lesnar showing no mercy, 5.5 minutes into this one, but Sanada showing that fighting spirit, and continuing to strike with those forearms, as the ref, Red Shoes, is soon approaching a 15 count. Lesnar hits a huge German suplex. Sanada with a clobbering forearm to the back of the neck. And he is wobbly. He is wobbly right now. He's made his way back into the ring. He got himself safe. And it's a tie. The Twitch poll is a tie. Sanada and Lesnar both receiving 50% of the votes, but Sanada is on wobbly legs. And takes those knee strikes straight to the breadbasket. And now a disgusting rabbit punch from Lesnar, straight to the open wound, and follows up with a spine buster, picking up Sanada. They tie up again. Lesnar with a rear waistlock, but Sanada able to push Lesnar off and hits a standing moonsault. Red Shoes goes for the cover, and not surprising anyone, only gets a 1 count. And again, just a disgusting punch to the face of Sanada, knocking him down. Lesnar looking like he's going for some suplex city action with 2 German suplexes. Sanada counters for the third, but it's not enough for him to take the advantage. Lesnar pandering and showing that he's still got a lot of gas in the tank. There's blood all over the mat. And Sanada going for a clutch cover, and Lesnar not even allowing a 1 count. And you got to believe Stoofy's somewhere out there in the final land, looking on as he takes Lesnar for a rolling clutch, following up with a pin, and only getting a 1 count. I mean, how amazing would it be if Sanada was able to hit or to tie up Lesnar in a Paradise Lock? I don't think that would happen in a million years, but Stoofy says, I hope Sanada can fight through this like he did in the first match. I hope so too, because that was very entertaining. And Nightwolf with the facts, coming out with the facts in the Twitch chat, saying that anything is possible in the Golden Quest, as we've seen. I don't know how this is going to end. None of us could have predicted that we'd be here in this situation. As Sanada hits a cut on Lesnar, buying him maybe some precious, valuable time as we hit the 10-minute mark on this one. And a huge power slam from Lesnar taking down Sanada, drags him back up to his feet. Runs into the ropes himself, goes in for a rear waistlock. Sanada counters with a Saito suplex and quickly getting back up to his feet. You've got to believe he's pretty exhausted. He's got to be seeing double. As he's going toe-to-toe, not very advisable. Going toe-to-toe with Lesnar. Lesnar charging in. 3-point stance and just breaks through Sanada. Tie up again as Lesnar controls Sanada. Throws him down onto the mat right in the center of the ring with an elbow to the back. And Sanada counters with a roll through. Very, very quick thinking from Sanada as Lesnar goes for a rear waistlock. Sanada counters, throwing Lesnar into the ropes. Leapfrog goes behind. And a cover, using all of that weight. And able to get a 2 count on Lesnar. Very clever from Sanada, who is in dire straits right now, taking some punches. The tie up again. Lesnar goes from behind and a huge German suplex. We've returned to Suplex City. Lesnar catching his breath momentarily. Sanada making his way back up to his feet and again countering a German suplex, just using his dead weight to force Lesnar back and going for a Saito suplex for Lesnar with a counter. They tie up again. Lesnar's bringing him back to the center of the ring and dropping a knee on the lower back of Sanada. They tie up again and Lesnar F5 from the Beast Incarnate, and he goes for the cover. Red Shoes makes the count, and that is all she wrote. Clutch saying, let's go. Very happy with the victory. And a no from Stoofy in the Twitch chat, but it is what it is. Match evaluation stands at 84%. It went 13 minutes and 46 seconds, which is an impressive amount of time. Ending in a F5, not the first one, because the first one I believe was on the outside of the ring. Sanada took a beating. He wore the crimson mask, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It is what it is. But the current block, you know, puts Lesnar in a position now where he is actually tied with Sanada for 15 points. Both men now, after night 11, will be on 15 points. And in our co-main event, we have NAITO taking on Tomohiro Ishii. NAITO representing myself, Tomohiro Ishii representing the Mod Jones, the man with 1,004 solutions. But can he find a solution for NAITO tonight? Jas B with the Tomohiro Ishii pick. Ishii currently standing on 10 points, NAITO on 15. A win here would put Ishii somewhere in the middle of the pack, and a win for NAITO would put him on 20 points, tying Kota, Ibushi, and JERICHO. And yes, this is our co-main event of the evening. And a very considerate redemption by Nightwolf, allowing me to sip some green tea, which is much appreciated. A sip of green tea has been sponsored by Nightwolf 1987, aka Evil in Block A, and Okada in Block B. That's a very good pick, Okada in Block B. But yes, without further ado, let's do this. Match number 4, NAITO and Ishii. And here we go, kicking off match number 4. Obviously, we had to have staff come into the ring and clear away the blood and all the DNA from the ring. We had to have them go in there with their face masks and laboratory coats so they could wipe down the ropes, the ring mat, the turnbuckle, and make sure everything's safe for our guys out here. But having said that, I do want to say, I'm reading Jass's message in the Twitch chat, and he says this better be a decent match. Well, this depends on how you've been training your boy Ishii, because I think there was talk about the fact that Naito, since the whole situation, has not been spitting on any opponents. And my response to that was, well, we were saving that for something special. Will it be tonight? I don't know. Or maybe I do. Maybe you don't know. We're about to find out. As in the Twitch chat, we have the poll up. Tomohiro Ishii versus Naito. Who is winning this one? Jaspi says match number 4. Paul Jones time. I don't know if that was good use of the term Jones. We're gonna have to put that under review. But at the moment, it stands at 60-40 to Tomohiro Ishii. We'll see how the Twitch poll progresses as this is the second time tonight that a member of Los Ingobernables de Japón is busted wide open. Very early in the match again, almost at identical times to Sanada. About 2 minutes into the match, Naito busted open by the Stone Pitbull as he goes for a stiff front kick to the breadbasket and a very prideful pin as Ishii and Naito now exchanging forearms. And Naito needs to listen to the advice I gave him. Right now we're on the ground getting pounded by Tomohiro Ishii, and that's it, slapping the face of Ishii. But that's only going to piss him off as Ishii throws Naito into the blue corner, runs in and follows up with a lariat in the corner. And everyone knows about those lariats of Tomohiro Ishii. It was enough to destroy, or to at least tame, or would it be more precise to say wake up the beast incarnate. As Ishii blocks the attack in the corner, Naito now dragging Ishii towards the center of the ring and locking in that leg bar, knee bar. Ishii going in with a forearm as they tie up, and Ishii with a huge headbutt to the busted open head of Naito. That's not going to fare well. And again, rubbing the elbow in the face of a bloody Tetsuya Naito. Naito must be finding it hard, very much so right now, to keep it tranquilo as Ishii goes for a cover, only gets 2 count. And another slap to the face of Ishii. I don't know if this is smart. I don't know if this is smart by Naito. He's just going to piss him off even more. But he misses a drop kick. And again, a huge headbutt. Following up with a sharp, or shall I say, a scorpion deathlock. Shades of his teacher, his mentor Riki Choshu, the man who invented the scorpion deathlock. Naito throwing in Ishii into the ropes. Now Ishii working on the legs. Sorry, Naito working on the legs of Ishii. So both men tie up. Ishii throws Naito into the ropes and hits him with a standing lariat. And Ishii again going for a scorpion deathlock. Naito's covered in blood. Shades of a certain Stone Cold moment in the history of time in wrestling, as Naito's neck just gets drilled into the center of the ring. And Ishii almost picking up a win in 7 minutes and 40 seconds. 2.9. Naito, my guy, kicking out, hanging in there. And hanging in there indeed, as all the blood is rushing to the head of Naito as he gets dropped down by Tomohiro. Ishii's delayed vertical suplex. Ishii ties up again, and a huge powerbomb follows up with a cover, and Naito kicking out. The ungovernable one kicking out and taking another scoop slap from Ishii. Ishii measuring up Naito maybe for a bit too long, and Naito hits a back elbow as Ishii rebounds off of those ropes. And there's a bunch of blood trails in the ring and in the Twitch chat as Naito gets dropped again on his head. And just as we mentioned head injuries, 2.9, just as we mentioned head injuries kind of being a thing of the past, it looks like not only was Evil dropping angle on his head, it looks like Ishii's going to go for a couple of questionable moves to Naito, but then again Naito coming back with a low blow of his own. And now fighting out of the blue corner, going for a rear waist lock. Ishii counters with one of his own and hits a German suplex, dumping Naito into the center of the ring. They tie up again. Naito with a snap suplex. Ishii chopping away at the chest of Naito, taking him down to the mat. Naito with a drop toe hold, buying himself some breathing room for a second. And Ishii hits a disgusting brainbuster on the busted open Naito. The Stone Pitbull is not able to get the job done. I was about to call it. My heart sank, and then he kicked out at 2.9. Let's do this. Ishii again with a huge lariat. Again with a huge lariat and a disgusting headbutt. If there was anyone in this tournament that has defined strong style, it's been Tomohiro Ishii. But it's one of those things where he's always been the bridesmaid and never the bride. Like he's never been the guy, and maybe this is it. If Naito doesn't get the pinfall here, only a 1 count. Tomohiro Ishii, been overlooked in many other promotions, but here in company history has a chance of becoming the first ever heavyweight champion. As he picks Naito up, almost scrapes him off of the mat. Naito hits an Injigiri and going for a cover, maybe out of desperation. And Ishii kicking out expectedly at 2. And Ishii raining those quick elbows to the jaw of Tetsuya. Naito picking him up. Goes for a rear waist lock, but to no avail as Naito hits a low drop kick on Tomohiro Ishii. Naito tried to catch a breath for a second, throws Ishii into the ropes and hits another low drop kick on that, I was going to say injured knee, but it's Naito with the injured knee as he looks to work on the leg some more. And another Inzagiri attacking just that stone head of Tomohiro Ishii. I don't know how much damage it's doing as we go past the 14-minute mark. We're deep into this one, I would say. Considering the fact that Naito's been bleeding since minute 2, and a huge powerbomb, and Red Shoes calling for a rope break. They tie up, and again, quick elbow strikes to the injured head of Tetsuya Naito, and Ishii using this time, recovering his breath. Naito gets to his feet, but was very wobbly, and again, a headbutt to the head of Naito. Even if Naito, whatever happens at the end of this one, going forward, this has got to come into play for Naito. This attack, this assault to the head of Naito is going to come back to haunt him for the rest of this tournament. You have to believe. And here we go again. Naito just being dumped on his head, but just getting up, almost no-selling it, catching his breath, throwing Ishii into the ropes, and a huge head scissor takeover. We haven't seen him use that yet in the tournament, but that's the thing. You never know what you're going to see. You never know what you're going to... Oh. Dragon suplex. Red Shoes calling for the break as they tie up again. And a reverse DDT Naito style as he goes to the top rope, waits for Ishii to get back to his feet, and a drop kick to the shoulder of Tomohiro Ishii, picks him up from behind, goes for a lockup, and Ishii again with those quick pointed elbows to the face of Tetsuya Naito. Ishii running into the ropes, and there we go, lariat, a very powerful lariat, but Naito with a German suplex, almost picking up a win on a very, you have to believe, although Ishii hasn't taken the damage, his stamina's got to be something that catches up to him very soon. He's been on the attack. Naito may be recovering his breath, even though he's taking a battering, but I don't know. This could go either way. This could still go either way as they tie up again. And another one of those Naito reverse DDTs. And it's swinging neckbreaker. It looks like he's setting up for something. He's working on that head, that almost indestructible head of the Stone Pitbull Tomohiro Ishii. Ishii now wobbly on his own feet, trying to catch his breath. Going for another powerbomb perhaps, and follows up with a cover, defeating Tetsuya Naito. The Stone Pitbull with the W. Congratulations to Jazz. Tomohiro Ishii now also on 15 points. And fittingly so, a lot of blood trails from Jazz in the live Twitch chat. The match evaluation is 91%. It went on for 18 minutes 46 seconds, of which 16 minutes of those 16 minutes and 46 seconds were spent with Naito dripping blood. Ishii with a very solid strategy, picking up the pin, picking up the win as we keep it rolling. Tons of blood trails, just loads of blood trails. And yeah, I don't know what to say. I guess we're saving the spit spot for a very special occasion as we kind of look towards the current. Let's have a look at the current rankings. So let's just do this very quickly because it's very important. As we look at the rankings, let's see how things are saying at the moment before we take things over to our main event. So CODY still at the bottom with nothing. We have Angle with 5 points, losing his match here tonight. NAITO also losing his match, staying on 15 points. Ishii defeating NAITO, moving himself up to 15 points. LESNAR also with a win on SANADA, tying him with SANADA also at 15 points. Evil at 15 points. Kota Ibushi is about to face off against the undefeated Murderhawk Monster. And if he's able to defeat him, not only will he be the first to defeat him, but he'll also be tied with him on the top with 25 points. JERICHO sitting at 20 points, very close to the top with a very good chance of maybe getting into that final spot. But for now, we have Lance Archer at the top. As I sit here waiting for a redemption of green tea. Whoops, did I say that out loud? Let's look at bracket B. This is gonna be tomorrow's. Let's just quickly go over tomorrow's card. So match number 1, we're gonna have Shibata taking on Pac. We're gonna be seeing Suzuki taking on CM Punk. We're gonna see Nakamura and Tanahashi. Omega and AJ Styles. Very interesting, very telling. Because it could give Omega 25 points, putting him at the top. And in our main event, we've decided to go, the booking committee has decided to go with a very interesting main event. So we're going to have Kazuchika Okada taking on Hiroki Goto. Hiroki Goto winless so far. And if that streak continues, then Okada will be at least one of the. He'll be on top. He'll be on top of bracket B, B block, B block, block B, B bracket, whatever you want to call it. Okada will be on top. But if Hiroki Goto is able to defeat Okada, he would prevent Okada from taking the top spot in an important win. If he's able to defeat Okada, that one win in this tournament could be the saving grace. For one, Hiroki Goto, a very questionable entry into this tournament. But yeah, the fans voted and we had them in there. And thank you, Clutch. So I'm going to take this quick green tea sip break. I'm going to adjust my posture. And that was brought to you by Clutch Crawford. Thank you very much. Clutch Jones. Welcome to Clutch City Jones. And we're going to continue. We're going to conclude with our main event tonight, which is going to be the undefeated Murderhawk Monster, undefeated Streak Jones, Lance Archer, oCookieMonstah's pick versus Kota Ibushi, Crazed pick. If Crazed wins, he defeats the streak and also ends up on the top of the table. If Archer wins, then I worry for who could stop him. But we're going to do all of that in about 60 seconds as we kind of take a word from our sponsors. Alright, we are 10 seconds away from getting things rolling. If you guys are subscribed on Twitch, there should be no changes to your stream. If you are not, you'll be seeing a ad which has just completed. And if you're on YouTube, you're probably very confused, so that was me explaining what is happening as we head into our main event. Match number 5 of night 11 on the 19th of July 2020. Block A main event, the undefeated Murderhawk with 5 wins, 0 losses. Undefeated Jones, oCookieMonstah's pick versus Kota Ibushi. Kota Ibushi on 20 points. Let's get our main event underway. And here we go, main event time as the undefeated Lance Archer takes on Kota Ibushi, who's hoping to do what no man before him in this tournament or in company history has been able to do, and that is to topple the Murderhawk monster Lance Archer. Going for a quick cover, not even a 1 count at the 1 minute mark. They tap again. Kota Ibushi more than capable of getting the job done, but so has some of Archer's past opponents in this tournament. They've been able to get the job done. Just for some reason, there's something that's just got this monster on a roll, and he is actually undefeated. It's insane. No one would have saw this coming. If you would have said at the beginning of the tournament Lance Archer was going to plow through the field of competition, we wouldn't have believed it. But here we are, hitting a huge choke slam, following up with a big boot to Kota Ibushi. 2 minute mark now. I don't know how this is going to go. This might be another huge vertical suplex, as we have the Twitch poll up, live poll, which at the moment I think is tied at 50-50 on whether or not Lance Archer or Kota Ibushi will come out with a victory. Ibushi throwing Archer in, but Archer just grabs those ropes with those big arms, avoiding a rebound as they go back and forth. Kota Ibushi trying to kick away at the big Murderhawk monster, and he does get the upper hand in that situation. And again, front face lock, and then just trying to work on Lance Archer, getting in close, hitting those kicks, and again a kick to the stomach takes down the Murderhawk monster, and again just working on the midsection, and then dragging Archer somewhat towards the middle of the ring, and again a kick to the back, going for a cover. Red Shoes with just the 1 count. And a huge clubbing blow to the back, and again just walloping Kota Ibushi, and a huge spear by Archer. That's not an average spear. That's a lot of weight and a lot of height behind that spear. Ibushi though fighting back with those open hand slaps. Archer taking Ibushi for a ride and applying that EBD claw at the 5.5 minute mark. Oh my god, 2.9. Squash City Jones as Ibushi gets slammed right into the middle of the mat with a choke slam, and Archer with an EBD claw. And again, 2.9, Ibushi finding a way out and avoiding that choke slam attempt as Archer gets thrown into the red corner. oCookieMonstah in the Twitch chat says another W, as the poll concludes with 50-50 for who the Twitch chat thinks is going to win this one. Ibushi sitting on the back of Archer with a camel clutch. Archer able to get away, and oh, huge snap powerbomb followed up with the EBD claw. Oh my god, just pure domination. Who can stop this freak? 6 victories, no losses. The Murderhawk monster picking up the W. 30 points. And this is starting to look scary, guys. oCookieMonstah in the Twitch chat, quick work. Archer is just so damn powerful, says Nightwolf. Not like this, is just B. That is insane. This is something that no one could have seen coming. 7 minutes and 6 seconds. Chokeslam. Ibushi tried to block one of the chokeslams. Tried to fight back, mount some offense, go for those kicks, attack the midsection. What is it going to take? Or can it even be done at this point? Can it even be done? As the match ends in 7 minutes 6 seconds, 71% on our match evaluation for the evening. Let's take a quick look after we do some essential work, which is to hit this button right here and to make sure the league is intact before we go over and check our rankings at the end of night 11 for bracket A. Insane. 6 victories, undefeated. And I believe he has a couple more to go. I mean, at this point, you got to believe that Cody's out of the picture, Kurt Angle's out of the picture for sure. So it's going to be interesting to see what life is like post Golden Quest. If we continue to I don't know, maybe form some kind of a promotion out of all of this stuff, this tour in July, from the 4th of July to the 31st, it's Golden Quest. But right now, at the top of bracket A, we have Archer, who's in the solid running for becoming the first world champion, and over on bracket B, as it stands at the moment, we have Kenny Omega and Okada with the most amount of points, but everything could shift tomorrow for bracket B. There's a lot of close ones, I think, in B, and anything can still happen in bracket B. We'll find out tomorrow. But this is the conclusion of night 11, and this is a good place to call it. So if you're watching this on the YouTubes, I want to thank you for giving me a bite-sized chunk of your day. Wherever you're watching this on the YouTubes, we hope you've been enjoying the Golden Quest. And if you're on YouTubes, yeah, make sure you know that we're moving along the path towards 100 subscribers. So I ask, would you kindly subscribe and hit the notification bell on YouTube? And if you liked what you saw, maybe click the thumbs up. And hey, whilst you're doing all that, you might as well leave a comment with your thoughts below. What has been your favorite match so far? What's been your favorite move, your favorite spot? Who are you rooting for to win this whole damn thing? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you. And be sure to check out the notes in the description of the video. I look forward to you joining us again.